Hello, and welcome to another episode of Master 15 Series 3 Tutorials. Today's game is Legend of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, and the goal is to beat the game. Now you might be thinking, what's going on with the resolution when you watch the gameplay? Well, the thing is that this game was originally a Game Gear game, but the team in Brazil managed to officially port this to the Sega Master System. The Master System typically has a higher resolution, but the Game Gear naturally has more colours in its palette. Two major differences so far is that Mickey can now grab objects while seizing the air. As you can see earlier, he managed to grab a grey Mickey Mouse-like block whilst in mid-air. He lost the ability to perform a butt slam, but instead he has the ability to throw a projectile known as soap bubbles. So for this bit here, when you grab the pole, you have to hold up and push the jump button at around the same time you're about to launch upwards. The same for the climbing vines and the monkeys, you have to hold up and push the jump button. There you go, that's the end of Forest. Buckingham Palace. This level introduces magnets. So if you pick up a North Pole block, it will attract South Pole blocks. It's only noble at the very end, to the far right of the level. There you go. Pick up the North block, it attracts the South blocks, and then here you gotta hold up and push a jump button. So this boss apparently can be manipulated to do this attack, which is ideally the best one. But if you're a bit cautious, you can stay above the blocks to avoid the attacks completely. It requires 4 hits to defeat Evil Shadow. And there's Goofy. Enter into Sunken Ruins. Just like Land of Illusion, you do have a limited air meter, so you can't stay underwater forever. However, there is a little trick you can do to enter the very bottom of the water very quickly, which we'll see later on. This is what it looks like when you try to go down, but if you down boost to right by facing left, you can get through that core part easily. So there's a quicker way to go down to the very bottom of the water, by down boosting. Completely ignores water physics until Mickey touches the ground. Mickey only has 2 HP left, but that's not really much of a problem here. Whenever you complete the level, you start off the next level with full HP. Don't touch that switch, you want to keep these green blocks active to take the top route. There's Donald. So it splits into 2 paths, aka at the Bridge of Destiny. With Crystal Forest. So here, you go pick up that triangular prism, face right, and then just push the throw button on its own to just drop next to Mickey. If you hold left or right, Mickey will throw forwards. You can do a dash boost here by facing right before taking a hit. Lucky dash boost there. I'll have 3 HP. You need at least 3 HP to get through the final room quickly, should I say. Because there's 2 very useful dash boosts coming right up. We'll destroy the 4 very hot-like blocks to unlock the door. Now that chest there does contain an item. Usually a healing item, so if you're low on health, you can use that chest to heal Mickey. Here comes the 2 damage boosts. You face right to damage boost to left. There's another damage boost right here. Then you go right and then left. And that's the end of the level trigger right there. You start off with 5 health, despite taking damage earlier. Bouncing off letters is harder than it looks when doing it quickly. And teleporting attacks, where he ends up, it varies on RNG. That's 3 hits, just 2 more hits now to defeat Lionhead. There you go, that's 5 hits. This level is a very straightforward one. You just pretty much have to kill all enemies you see on the screen. Yeah, if you hold down and throw, you can throw a soap bubble which will bounce at least once. Very useful against tiny opponents. Or who are very close to Mickey Mouse. Yeah, that's the last enemy, if I remember correctly. Yep. Okay, so the next boss coming right up is Rainbow Caterpillar. This one's kind of RNG dependent. After destroying one of his body pieces, green will shoot out a cactus, that's quick. Blue, it will shoot out a shark, that's not too bad. Red, it will shoot out flames that crawl across the ground, that's the worst RNG. Purple, which you won't be able to see in this run, it will rain crystals coming down from the sky. I think that's kind of quick. I'm not too sure how long that is. And brown will shoot out a cow skull, which is technically quick, who can use a soap bubble to change into a little mouse. So in order to stun it, you have to throw a soap bubble when the mouth starts to open, and then once the hit's confirmed, the body will turn white, and you have to throw a soap bubble at that body piece to get rid of it. Repeat that 4 times or so to defeat Rainbow Caterpillar. So here, I play through an interesting route. I want to try and avoid as many screen transitions as possible. You can use a block there, a mid-air grab like before, a cookie drop, that's handy. Now this bit coming right up requires some good platforming precision. You need to use all the platform nodes to get to the other side and end the level. There you go. This is an auto-scrolling shmup segment. Like the previous one, Rainbow Fields, where you have to kill all enemies. This one's just got to get to the end of the level. So as long as you don't die by losing all 6 HP somehow, you'll be alright here. Section 4. I think this is the last section. Yeah, section 4 is really short. You might as well just go to the far right of the screen at that point. Ooh, plot twist. Sorcerer of Darkness. This one's an easy fight. So after using a magic attack, it swoops down and he removes his white barrier of immunity. That's your only opportunity to throw a soap ball and damage the Sorcerers of Darkness. For the final hit, he will throw a spike ball to the ground, which is more of a plot device for the boss climbing right up afterwards. That's the last hit. You still keep your current HP. And this boss fight in particular lasts roughly 2 minutes. The strategy is that after the tail spike retreats back to the dragon, it will try and puff out a fire move. You can tell by the smoke coming out from its nose. When that happens, you gotta throw a soap bubble. That allows the fire to be trapped inside the bubble, which will be used as a platform. Mickey then has to jump on top of that bubble, then on top of the dragon, and then the good old cartoon cliche bait. Throw the spike ball on top of the dragon's head. And after that hit, he will throw a guaranteed fireball, which you cannot use the soap bubbles to negate. You gotta repeat this, I want to say roughly, I don't know the exact number, I want to say 8 to 10 times. It's a long fight. It's, like I said earlier, it's 2 minutes long. Whenever the dragon goes to the other side, it's best to try and stay around the middle, so you don't get hit as the dragon is about to land. Oh, I think this is the last hit. And the defeat animation, yeah, that's a bug in the Master System port. Apparently the Game Gear, the ending part is a little bit different, according to Beatrue. And Force of Fortune, there's loads of gems, but that has no impact other than the ending. And that only happens when you collect every single gem. Oh, this is a speedrun. We're gonna ignore every gem. This level has no enemies whatsoever. There's at least 2 damage boosts, or even 3, but no, there's 2 damage boosts. Use a ladder here, a rope I mean, and end the level. Now, time to fight against the final boss. After this lovely cutscene. Time to take out King Pete. Now, this one is kinda not so blind friendly if you haven't been paying attention to the game mechanics. Because this involves one key mechanic, mid-air grabs. There's a good visual cue for when to jump. As the bomb is about to get tossed up into the air, you start jump. Preferably a neutral jump if possible. And hold forward and push the B1 button to grab the bomb and then throw it afterwards. Roughly takes 12 hits to defeat King Pete. Fortunately, unlike the Dragon Boss, this one is definitely less than 2 minutes, I'm sure. Missing a bomb, you can lose quite a bit of time because it spits out 2 fires. And each one goes across to the other side of the screen, and you cannot get rid of them until you go to the other side of the screen, each one. And that is the final hit. And that is also the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you want to watch more videos in the future and want to get notifications, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and I hope you are the very best for the upcoming Masters 15 race at the end of February.